Hello. So I'm here to tell you about this hard steering in the cold weather on my 2008 Yukon Denali. I've had hard steering every winter when it gets cold. I didn't know what was going on. I was thinking my steering rack was bad. Bad joints, bad fluid, bad pump. I've looked up online. That's all I seen was could be the bad pump, could have air in the system, could be a bad rack. And I went crazy trying to find this, and I'm just here to tell you that I found a very simple repair. I found what the problem was, and it didn't cost me a dime other than I replaced the piece that was bad anyhow, but I was able to make it work. It was the boot that the steering shaft goes through when it passes through the firewall. So your intermediate shaft goes through this rubber boot and down to the shaft down that goes to the steering column, to the steering rack. And I was going bananas. I couldn't figure out what this problem was, and I replaced the fluid, replaced the steering pump. But before I pulled the trigger on a $1,000 factory steering rack, I thought it through a little further and did a little more investigating, pulled some things apart, and what I found was the boot coming through the firewall heated up, separated, the rubber separated, a lot of rubber fibers got mixed in with the grease that's in there, and it turned it into a gum. And when it got cold, the rubber got cold, and my steering was like, it was like driving a Model A. I had no power steering, it felt like, anyways, and it drove me bananas. So upon further investigation, that's what I found, and I was able to get the old boot off. I cut all the excess rubber out, put it back together, and it was like a brand new truck. I couldn't believe that that's all it was. So right now I'm replacing that boot with the new boot that I ordered from GM, and I'm about to put it in. I'll show you how simple this repair was. If it works for you, good luck. If not, keep searching, because I've seen a lot of complaints about hard steering in the winter, and believe me, this is the first place I'd look if I was anybody out there having the same issue. So I'm going to pause now, and I'll get back to you in a second. I'll show you where the bolts are. 2 bolts you have to pull out, 3 little bolts that hold the boot to the firewall, 3 little thin metal nuts that hold it on. You can pull the whole unit out and replace it and get it back together. So I'll show you as quickly as I can. I'll show you where everything is. I already got some of it apart. I'll show you what I did. Okay? Okay, so I got to figure out how to flip my phone around here. Doesn't seem to want to let me do it. I don't know why. Why is this not working?